Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Soul CEO podcast. This is Rachel Pekarik, and this is episode 3. I want to talk to you guys over the next couple of episodes about branding and how to build a personal brand inside of your network marketing business or for your network marketing business, or if you're in traditional business as an entrepreneur, you're looking to brand yourself so you can have qualified leads and prospects to talk to for your products and services and opportunity and ideas. This is going to be huge for you. But make sure, guys, that you are subscribed to this podcast, rate it 5-star, thumbs up, whatever it is on whatever platform that you're streaming this on. I really appreciate it. And if you got some good ideas, please do me a favor and share. Tag a friend, tag me at Soul CEO on Instagram or Rachel Pekarik on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you and hear your biggest takeaways for this specific topic. Now, I want you guys to cast a little bit of a vision. Imagine this. You wake up, you open up your DMs, your private messenger, your Facebook messenger, and you got a new inbox. And it says, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you. I've been following you for a long time. You've taught me so much. I've been thinking it's time for me to start and jump into a business. I'd love to work with you. Can you send me your website, your link to join? Oh, by the way, what company are you in? Could you just imagine like that message inside of your inbox each month, each week, and eventually every single day? This is network marketing, personal branding done well. And when we think about brand, I think branding can seem very like elusive or complicated. We think about like corporate speaking, like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Nike. Like branding on a corporate level is a marketing practice, right? A company uses a name, logo, symbols, colors, or even creating a culture or tribe as a way to distinguish themselves from competitors. But how does that specifically work for an independent distributor inside of network marketing, or even like a realtor in your town, right? How do you stand out amongst the other realtors? Or if there's tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of reps in the same company, same space, vying for the same sales prospects, like let alone even in network marketing, like the millions of reps inside of the MLM industry, they're all striving for market share. So like, how do you stand out? As a network marketer, it's really less about a logo or special colors. In fact, messy action is better than perfect, beautifully aesthetic inaction, right? I've seen a ton of people that have everything looks gorgeous and they're wildly inconsistent. So they're not going to be successful. In today's landscape, it's really about stepping outside and stepping out in your unique qualities, your skills, your abilities, whatever makes you different from somebody else. You can create a personal brand to stand out. And if it's done well, you can become the number one person inside of your network, well, your friends and your family and colleagues that thinks of you when they think of blank, fill in the blank. Now we're going to get into the blank here in just a second, but I think about excellent personal branding means that you become an influencer, a thought leader in your space, or what I like to call a micro celebrity. Now, this isn't like the traditional celebrity. This isn't like the famous TMZ-esque Us Weekly People magazine celebrity where you lose your family and your friends and your soul and your privacy. No. This is about a micro celebrity, creating a tribe of raving fans that buy what you sell, join what you do, and they tell everyone about you. But let's back up. I want you guys to know I never sought out really to build a brand. I just wanted leads, period. In my first company, I was pretty young when I started. If you've followed since the beginning of this podcast, 21 years old, joined network marketing as was working full-time in retail management and quickly worked myself out of that job. But after 3 years of building that business, I was doing it all offline. I was doing the belly-to-belly approach, leads groups, networking groups, chamber of commerce, trade shows, even cold calling leads. I mean, I was banging my head against the wall. Plus, being an introvert, I truly began to despise working and building my business because it was borderline painful. I really just wanted to stay at home and play with my dogs. But I was hungry. I was determined to make network marketing work. And it was a defining moment in my life when I sat down with a mentor for lunch. And I truly believe he changed my trajectory with the advice that he gave me that day. I really looked up to him. His name was David. He was older, wiser, super successful, and he was doing something called webinars. I'm dating myself here. This was back in 2009. Okay, so totally dating myself. But he was doing traditional online marketing, and I didn't have enough people to talk to. I'm like, David, I don't have enough qualified leads. I remember like moaning, like sinking back into my chair. I was looking at David for like a miracle, and he laughed and smirked, as he did often, and he said 5 magical words. He goes, Rachel, you have to start doing videos. You have to start doing videos. And he proceeded to tell me that he believed it was the best way for me to get in front of new people so that they could find me, follow me, and learn more about my opportunity. So in the sense, it was like, he didn't say, Rachel, go build a brand. He said, Rachel, go do content, go create content. And I chuckled a little bit because you got to remember, 2009, he said, you got to start doing videos. You got to get on YouTube. Do you guys remember what was on YouTube back in 2009? Who was on YouTube back in 2009? Yep, cats, just cats. So that was it. In 2009, off I ran, began doing videos, me and cats, all on YouTube. It was an absolute hoot. And the smartest thing I did was I began investing in my education on how to create videos. And I watched so many tutorials. I bought courses because I was not technologically savvy. But after a few months, I really started to get the hang of it. Now, none of this was easy, okay? It was really simple, like network marketing is and like business tends to be. But it was not easy. It was simple. I was terrified. I was uncomfortable. I was a 24-year-old punk kid with no confidence, no voice, and I had no real massive business success to speak of. And now I was sitting in front of a camera. I remember thinking like, what do I talk about? I don't have much to say. I don't have a stack. I had so many lies like swirling in my head. But just as like the Nike saying goes, just do it, that took over. Like the GSD, the get shiz done, took over. I had hit record, re-uploaded a million times, like re-record, mess up. And over the next 18 months, after consistently creating content in a specific niche, find a niche, get rich, I had built up a YouTube channel to over 1 million views. By the time I was 26, I had over 10,000 subscribers to my email list. Now, at that time, I had the opportunity to launch and partner with a newer wellness network marketing company. And I believe using that micro celebrity branding tactics, building that list, becoming a thought leader, what we now speak of as an influencer, I went from network marketing struggle bus, like first class, hello, beep, beep, on the struggle bus, to becoming a top female money earner in that company in just 16 months. So building a personal brand, becoming a micro celebrity has helped me earn an insane living, lead an awesome team. My team has done over $150 million in revenue. Glory be to God. In that process, I've recruited over 1,200 people on social media alone. And the best part is you can literally rip off and repeat these tactics for your own business, whether you're in network marketing or direct sales or in a traditional business type, you can do this. If you have an idea, a service, you have a craft, you're making stuff, you have an Etsy business, you can do this and you can build your tribe. So one of the greatest books, by the way, just side note, you got to pick it up. It is called Superfans, please, by Pat Flynn. Buy Superfans, read it, study it, take notes, highlight it. Let me know that you buy it. Tag me on social media. It is something that has absolutely changed my life. And so I want to give you guys a few tips in this episode of how do you choose how to structure your personal brand? How do you begin to build that micro celebrity so that you can find qualified, raving followers, right? They're qualified, meaning they want what you have, they're interested in you, what you offer, and obviously they start to fall in love with you. So there's absolutely some things and some tactics you can do. So give you some insight. Back in 2010, I took a class, and one of my mentors at the time was Russell Brunson. You probably know him as the founder of ClickFunnels. And he taught me a phrase, pick a niche and get rich, or pick a niche and get rich, which I alluded to earlier. So he, in that course, was teaching affiliate marketers how to find small genres of interest, like little markets, so that you could sell an online product, like an ebook or a course to that niche of people. And when it comes to personal branding, I cannot emphasize enough how powerful this could be for you. So take some notes right now. To make it simple, this is what I train my coaching clients, my top level leaders in choosing a niche. I call it a brand bucket. We got to choose your brand bucket. Like, we find these buckets, these niche, by brainstorming and answering a series of questions. So I'm going to ask you these questions. We can kind of go through this exercise together. Feel free to pause, rewind, and go through this and grab a piece of paper. Hopefully you have a journal in front of you, taking notes on an iPad. Let's do some work here, okay? This is not just for entertainment. Let's do work. So what do you study? I want to think about like your spare time. When you're not working your business, when you're not with your family, what do you study and research? What was the last 5 or 10 books that you downloaded on Audible? What are the podcasts that you're binging right now? What is the webinar that you join and that just like you just love it? What Facebook groups are you in right now? What kind of takes over a lot of the mental space in your time when you're not working your leads or working your team or working on personal development? Like, what are you passionate about? Here's another question. What topic could you speak about if I put you on stage and I said, you have 30 minutes. Let's say you had no preparation. I gave you 5 minutes. Hey, you're up. Our keynote speaker missed their train. They missed their bus. They missed their flight. They missed their Uber. I need a speaker. Go. Or if like, hey, somebody had technical difficulties. Their internet went out. We're on a Zoom. There's 200 people on there. What could you speak about? What could you speak about intelligently? What do you know about? Like, what are you passionate about? Another question. What group of people could you easily connect with based on maybe expertise or even things you have in common? Give you a couple examples here. If you are a stay-at-home or work-from-home parent, there you go. What about homeschool parent, right? That's a specific niche. It's not just being a parent. You're a homeschooling parent, right? Or you're a stay-at-home or work-from-home parent. Or what about like not just a pet owner, but a dog owner? But maybe you're not just a dog owner, you're a Great Dane owner or an English Bulldog owner or a Pit Bull owner, or you're passionate about rescue, right? Rescue dogs. Maybe you're a garden enthusiast or a survival enthusiast or a prepper, or maybe it's something with your faith, like a Christian or you're Jewish or, Orthodox Jew, whatever. Like, what is something that people could easily connect with you on based on like your expertise or what you have in common? We call this in marketing creating me toos. And in fact, some of the best personal branding that I see, content, posts, videos, those people that are crushing it and becoming a micro celebrity, they create a lot of me toos. And you want your prospects that are, the tribe that's following you, your friends on Facebook, the people that are, following you on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, to say, oh, she's a stay-at-home parent? Me too. Oh, she's got an English Bulldog? Me too. Oh, she loves gardening? Me too. Oh, she loves cooking? Me too. Right? Oh, she's a prepper? So am I. Now, the most important questions of this like brand bucket exercise or picking that niche and getting rich, what do you want to be known for? Like when I say your name, like John Doe or Sally Smith or whatever, what is the number one association that you want to be known for? Like what will be like the legacy? And if you could become the number one person in your network for fill in the blank, there comes that blank again. If you could become the number one person in your network known for blank, what would it be? Now, if you guys are overwhelmed by this process, I'm going to give you guys more brand bucket ideas here in a second. Worst case scenario, you can become the company person. So ABC company or ABC product. You could become the hair care girl or the essential oil king or the travel guy or whatever it is that your service or your product is offering, right? The number one, like if you're in weight loss, wouldn't you love to be the number one person inside your family, your friends, your Facebook, that when somebody in their network, like they're at work, they're on a Zoom meeting and somebody's like, oh, holidays, I gained 10 pounds. I need to cleanse. I'm going to do like a juice detox or I'll fill in like fluffy. That they think of, oh, no, you've got to go talk to Sally. She has got some of the best products. I see all of her tips. She's super knowledgeable. I see this with actually 2 weight loss experts inside of my organization right now. One's named Alyssa and one's named Erica. and her husband, Jesse, they both own weight loss coaching business, very different strategies, very different branding, but they built personal brands, personal micro celebrities inside of their networks. And I see people all the time tagging under their posts like, hey, Sue, you've got to go follow Erica. She's got the best program for getting in shape. Or, hey, Nicole, hey, I want to connect you with Alyssa. She can help you with your goals. What do you want to be known for? And if you could become the number one person in your network known for blank, what would it be? Now, I know that there's going to be people like, oh, I don't know. But there's got to be something that you're inherently good at, something you have experience in or are passionate about. Maybe you're not an expert yet. This is not about being an expert. And I'm going to prove that to you here next. It's about finding something that you feel like I could connect with them. I could add value there. I would love to research and study. I'd love to mentor people inside of this space. I'd love to have friends. These are the conversations we'd have over a barbecue on Sunday at my house. Maybe it's homeschooling or barrel racing with horses or a Bible study or entrepreneurship. Maybe you're a part-time football coach or a volunteer with like children at risk. Maybe you're like a novice acrylic painter. I don't know. Maybe you just finished a certification in herbology and you're fanatical about like homeopathy or healing with plants. I don't know. Here's a couple ideas, just random things. Skincare, beauty, art, creative hobbies, parenting, finances, investing, business, horses, dogs, pets, diet and wellness, fitness. Fitness is a little different than wellness, right? There's a lot of different things you can do in wellness. Non-toxic living, faith, religion, spirituality, online marketing, offline marketing, social media marketing, network marketing, gardening, outdoors, leadership, mindset, travel, politics, real estate, whatever it is, other, fill in the blank. So you pick that brand bucket. Something's like, you know what? I could get really passionate about connecting with people. I'd love to teach on that. And I know that I could easily funnel these like-minded individuals inside of my business. Now, step 2 on creating this personal brand, this micro celebrity brand, is once you've got that brand bucket really identified, and it might change over time. So don't feel like this is not concrete. We're not tattooing this on your body. Some people are like, oh, what if I choose to be like the gardener and then I get super passionate about cooking? Guys, sometimes there's like, it can bleed over. And sometimes we're going to have numerous brand buckets, but there should be one that's like, oh gosh, that's the girl, right? And I think that's when I look at in my market, if people think of two things, they think of Jesus and they think of network marketing. I hope my name comes up. I hope that people associate those things together because those are two hot topics that I constantly study, that I constantly teach about, that I constantly educate on. So number 2 is you want to begin teaching as an expert. Write that down. Teach as an expert. So you've narrowed down that solid brand bucket, but now it's time to teach. And you might say, Rachel, I am not an expert. I don't have a degree in this. I don't have a certification. I am just struggling to make a dollar holla in my network marketing business. Like, how the heck do you expect me to start teaching? I'm terrified. And I say back to you, it's not about being an expert today. You start by staying one chapter ahead, and soon you'll become an expert. Nobody starts an expert. Nobody's born like insanely experienced and educated on one topic. But if you start one chapter ahead of your audience, soon you're going to become an expert. And this is how it works. Let me explain. How many of you guys have seen the movie Catch Me If You Can by Leonardo DiCaprio? Okay, so Leo was playing the character Frank Abagnale Jr. So this is a real life story based on true events. So Frank worked as a doctor, a lawyer, and as a co-pilot for a major airline all before his 18th birthday. A doctor, a lawyer, and a co-pilot. He was a master of deception. He was a fraud man, and he was actually a brilliant forger. And so his real claim to fame, by the age of 17, he became the most successful bank robber in the history of the United States. Okay, so Frank Abagnale Jr. was finally caught after years and years. The FBI finally tracked him down. And at the time, he was teaching a sociology class at BYU. He was teaching an entire class for an entire semester. The FBI was like blown away. They're like, how in the world did you teach that class? Like, you know nothing about advanced sociology. Frank's answer was everything. He said, all I had to do was read one chapter ahead of the students. All I had to do was read one chapter. I had to stay one chapter ahead. See, whether you're going to brand yourself as like the great hair care girl or the equine expert or the Jesus freak or the essential oil king, like you don't need to know it all to start. You just have to stay one chapter ahead of your audience. Now, there's something super powerful about the psychology in this and becoming a micro celebrity, because if you happen to know something that somebody else doesn't on a particular topic, especially if they're one that they're interested in, they assume that you're going to have all the answers. They assume like, boom, instant influence. She can teach me something. I'm going to learn from him. But what does teaching have to do with building a personal brand and network marketing? Well, when we think about the best and most viral content and consumable content is one of three things. It's educational, it's inspirational, or it's entertaining. I want you guys to think about like your favorite top rated or the favorite top rated podcast on leadership, or the best-selling book on overcoming obstacles, or like an inspirational story, or even like your favorite viral videos. I think about Tasty. Like Tasty is a Facebook page, has like nearly 100 million followers. And all they do is they make simple, delicious, short little recipe tutorials that make your mouth water. I'm like scrolling them, binging them at like 1 a.m. when I can't sleep, right? Okay, so viewers, either they learn something, they feel encouraged, or they laugh and they numb out a little bit. And what I love about positioning yourself as a teacher, right? When we think about educational, inspirational, entertaining. So we think about educating. When you are a teacher of sorts in your brand bucket, in that niche, that gives you instant authority. So when you're looking to gain influence in network marketing, like even if you haven't hit like a big pin rank, even if you haven't made $1 yet, or you're just getting started, or just rebuilding or relaunching, you can still attract others into your business with your personality, your unique abilities, your experience, your mindset, skill set, and camaraderie inside that genre. So when I look at the 350,000 plus followers I've attracted in social media over the last decade, I realize a lot of it has come from me teaching something and becoming a powerful and prolific content creator in that space. Now, guys, again, I started off bad. I started off afraid. I started from the bottom. Now we're here, right? So I want you guys to make a list of things that you can talk about in that brand bucket. Like this is actually a homework assignment here today. Did you know you're coming to class? Hello, student. Here we go. And if you guys need help brainstorming this, there's a great website called answerthepublic.com, answerthepublic.com. So if you get stuck, for example, let's say your passion, your bucket, the niche you want to like dominate in for your products is weight loss. You might go to answerthepublic.com and type in lose weight. And you're going to see like 70 plus results that people are searching for. I just want you to write down 50. Some of the ones I saw today was how to lose weight after pregnancy, how to lose weight without exercise, how to lose weight in 10 days, which vegetables to eat to lose weight. Will I lose weight eating 1,000 calories? Like the list goes on and on and on. And you can do this for any topic. It's literally going and looking at the algorithm of search and seeing what are people looking for. So I want you guys to imagine that when you're choosing to create a personal brand, there are people out there that are looking for solutions. And the best marketers, they solve problems. And they solve problems that sometimes even people didn't realize that they had. So I want you guys to imagine every week, like let's say, okay, the homework, make a list of 50 names or 50 things, 50 topics, 50 Facebook Lives, 50 posts, 50 YouTube videos, like 50 conversations that you can do a little bit of research on, write a few bullet point lists, my 3 tips of how to lose weight in 10 days. You know, how will I lose weight? You know, how to choose the calories to lose it, whatever it is. But imagine every week going live on Facebook or recording a podcast or writing a blog post, like answering these questions. And after you're doing a post on Instagram with a nice long caption, a couple of slides, like spending some time on it. After a year, you'll have over 50 pieces of content and you'll begin to generate a qualified following of people looking to learn from you. Now, I said that tip number 2 was teach as an expert. It's funny because when I started YouTube in 2009, I actually called myself the card teacher. The card, C-A-R-D, like greeting card. because at the time I was in a greeting card MLM. So I recorded videos explaining how the greeting card service worked, how it was more cost effective than buying stuff from Hallmark. It was better than other methods, right? How to get referrals using the service, different campaigns I was doing inside of the software. I even talked about why the company was good and how the compensation plan worked and how they could join me in the system that we had for training. Guys, I was a pipsqueak kid. I was 24, 25, 26 years old, and I ended up becoming a top recruiter in that company. I was enrolling 2 to 4 distributors a week on the top package just from my teacher YouTube videos. Most of my recruits, by the way, were not local, and they were twice my age. So it wasn't that I was successful. It wasn't that I was near them. It wasn't that I was older and wiser, but I was a teacher. And everybody wants to be led. So I gained natural influence. Why do people watch Dr. Phil? Have you ever listened to him? No offense. If you're a Dr. Phil fan, God bless you. I'm not. I listen to that guy speak. But you know what? He was teaching. He was giving advice. And people want natural, they naturally are going to follow a counselor, a guide, a mentor. So you can do this. I gained influence, so can you. So part of this homework, you write down 50 different content ideas, and then you want to pick a platform. Pick one. Pick one. Oh my gosh, is that a mistake I see people make all the time in entrepreneurship? They pick their brand new, hot new distributor. Their teams are crushing it. Their upline who's making $1 million a year is doing TikToks and Snapchats and Instagram, and they have a Pinterest page and a YouTube following and a podcast. And you're like, I need to do it all. And you go too wide. You go too wide. Pick one platform this year. In 2021, what platform are you going to dominate on? What platform are you going to do stuff every single day? You're going to do a Facebook, an Instagram Reel, a TikTok, whatever. You're going to do something every day or every week and begin teaching. Now, disclaimer, you will not be good right away. Unless you're 1 in a million, and good for you because you're a unicorn, but really they don't exist, you are not going to be good. My lighting was awful. My sound was terrible. My posture was horrific. Oh my word. If you guys could go back to 2009, 10, 11, please don't, but please do, but please don't, but do. Watch the videos. I was scared. I didn't know my voice. And what I mean, my voice, I didn't have my posture yet, my confidence. But here's the good news. In the beginning, nobody's watching. You guys can press live on Facebook Live. Unless you're already an influencer, nobody's watching. Nobody will be watching. And it might take you 5 videos or 10. It took me 50 because I was so bad. But by the time you find your voice, your posture, your confidence, the language, you know how to you start it off, you get energy, you build your tribe, and your skills will have improved. And I'm going to tell you guys, and you're no, I have 1 or 2 people watching my lives right now. Okay, great. Those stragglers that happen to see you from the beginning right now when you're in Suckville and they witness your transformation, it will be exponentially more inspiring. The people that have followed me since the beginning online that have seen me now, they're I have seen you through so much. You are an inspiration. It's actually more relatable. It's more believable. Because when you see somebody, you get, if you're just joining the Soul CEO Tribe now, and you just met me. Hi, I'm Rachel Picard. Nice to meet you. You're going to be oh, Ivory Tower, big earner, top earner, really tall. Wow. It can seem almost unattainable. So pick a platform and do it every single day. Do it well. Consume everything that you can about learning how to gain 10,000 followers on Instagram. I remember I was on Instagram for years, mostly for filters. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea. I didn't even really do hashtags. I'd do 1 hashtag under a post. I had no idea what I was doing. And finally, I decided after many years of dominating Facebook, hundreds of thousands of followers, signing up 1,000 plus people off Facebook, I was you know what? I think the trend is moving towards Instagram. So a little less than 2 years ago, I logged into my Instagram, didn't know what I was doing. I had 2,900 followers, which was basically just crossover from my email, my contacts on my phone, and some random friends in my team. But I had no traction. And I remember I took some courses. I watched a ton of YouTube videos. When stories came out, I began to study them. I watched what influencers were doing, and I began to hack it. Now, maybe they were an influencer that was a fashion blogger. I'm not a fashion blogger, but they had 100,000 followers. I'm I'm trying to reverse engineer what is it that they're doing to build their personal brand. Buy the courses, read the books, buy super fans, right? To understand the whole concept of what the heck I'm talking about here. But become a student, right? And just start doing it. Press record, go live. You're not going to be good right away, but do it. And it was so amazing, guys. I want you to imagine this. Things like YouTube. I started in 2009, and in 2010, I wrote an ebook. This is kind of funny. It was an internet network marketing ebook. I sold it for like $65. Who sells an ebook for $65? That's steep, man. And I launched it, or 67 or something. And I launched it, and it was a raving success. Raving success. It was like $10,000 my first week or something. And it was around for a while, and it became outdated. And over time, I went on to becoming way more into network marketing and way less into like affiliate marketing, coaching, etc. So I was like engrossed in my team, right? I was building my organization of distributors and customers. And to this day, I don't go a month or two without getting an email saying, I'm trying to buy your ebook off of YouTube and the link won't work. I laugh, I chuckle. I'm like, are you kidding me? It makes me smile. I'm like, these YouTubes I recorded 10 years ago are still bringing me leads. Now, granted, they're for training that no longer exists, but that's a conversation now. When you do this sort of stuff and you start creating content, they're like little evergreen trees. They don't go away. Where Facebook Live, it's good to do. It's a massive engagement. Guys, by the way, do you notice that I'm talking a lot about video? You guys want to build a personal brand? Video. There's no faster way to create rapport and connection than video, because you can't fake it. You cannot fake it. Like, I can tell by looking at somebody's eyes, seeing their body language, like, you've seen when somebody's like, they're not really sure, like the words are right, but everything out that's like nonverbal. That's what I love. And even if you're a little nervous, guys, I have notes on many of my lives. I still do, because I'm ADD. So it's like, I need to stay on track. But this is kind of the first two tips on how to build a personal brand, how to become a micro celebrity inside of network marketing, and a lot more tips to come. So if you guys are liking this, guys, make sure you tap those 5 stars, leave me a review. I appreciate it. And of course, share this to your Instagram, Facebook, tag me. I want to reshare it and connect with you guys. I'm super excited to be doing this podcast, and I hope that this is of value for you. Share it with a friend. God bless, guys, and we'll see you on the next show.